Are we ashamed of the gospel? If we search deeply into our hearts, I think most of us are ashamed. Not because we do not love the gospel, but because we are afraid of the challenges, the ridicule from the world. For those of us who are doing business, those of us who want to be promoted, we are afraid that if we profess our faith publicly, people will ridicule us. We will be discriminated, and we will not be able to be successful in the world. And that is why most Catholics, when they are in the world, they hide their faith. They hide even the Catholic symbols that we used for fear that people might know their faith. We can appreciate, we can understand why many of our Catholics, they lack the courage to profess their faith in public. They only profess their faith quietly at home or in church. And you will never know they are Catholics, many of them. You just ask yourself, in the workplace, do you really know your colleague's religion? Never spoken at all. You will only know their religion when you go for their funeral wake. Why is it that Catholics are fearful of allowing people to know that they are believers of Jesus? Because their faith in Jesus is not strong enough. It is not real. The gospel has not really touched their lives so deeply that they are excited about Jesus. For many Catholics, I think our faith is at most a cerebral faith. Many of us, we squabble over doctrines, we squabble over words. Who has the right doctrine? Who has the right theology? You can know the answer. But you have never encountered Jesus as the good news. You will just end up intellectualizing. That's all. But there will be no change in our lives. That is why many people have deep theological knowledge of Jesus, of doctrines, of scriptures. You look at their lives. They are totally unchristian in the way they conduct themselves. How many of us can truly say we love God with all our heart, with all our soul, with all our being? How many of us can truly say we love our neighbor as much as we love ourselves? We all fall short. Because Christianity is not about fulfilling commandments. Christianity is not another legalistic system of morality. What is important for us to have the capacity to love God with all our heart and soul and our neighbor as ourselves is only when we encounter God's love deeply. If we are ashamed of the gospel, it is because the gospel are just words. It is not our love for God, but His love for us, seen in the sacrifice of His only Son. He first loved us. So until we experience the Father's love in Jesus, there is no way for us to find the capacity to love God, because only God can draw out the love from our heart by loving us. God does not expect us to love Him because He knows we cannot unless He's first loved us. And this is so true even in daily life. Very often, we have difficult people with us. Difficult people are people, most of them, without love. They don't love themselves. They do not love others because they have not encountered God's love. That is why they are wounded. The only way we can really help them is to love them with the love of Jesus. Only the love of Jesus can heal them, and suddenly their eyes will be open. They begin to see goodness in everyone. Precisely, if people cannot see goodness, even in the sinner, it means to say you have not yet encountered God's love. When you have encountered God's love and mercy in your life, you will never, ever condemn people. And you will continue to see goodness even in the greatest of sinners.